You know what I realized in the whole self-development and self-improvement space is that a lot of people are just looking for a perfect pill, a perfect meditation ritual, a perfect routine. But none of that matters if you're not doing like the basics correctly. You don't need all that fancy shit. Just focus on the basics. I promise you, if you do that shit for like 6 months, you'll be better than like 99% of your peers, all right? So without further ado, let's get right into the video. All right, so we'll keep it simple with number one, plan your week out. A lot of y'all, you can't have all these goals and dreams while playing. You basically turn into a Roomba, right? You just have no guidance. You just fucking turn around randomly. You don't know what to do. People say, hey, can you hang out? You're like, yeah, I can, because you don't got no plans. Figure out what you're gonna do for the week and execute it. That's all you gotta do. If you know you wanna make a YouTube video on Monday, start making that YouTube video. And then Wednesday, maybe, or Tuesday, start editing a video. Wednesday, post it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just figure out something that works out for you. Figure out what days you want to work out. Figure out all these things that you want to do around work, if you have a 9 to 5 or anything like that. Kind of plan out everything around it, okay? I think that's very, very important. I'm not gonna get touched too much on that. I'm gonna keep it simple with number one, but just plan shit out. All right, also, since we're talking about planning, this should be its own category, to be honest, because it's super important. Figure out your finances, okay? One thing I realized is that people just spend, don't know how much they're spending, and trying to figure out where all their money went. One thing I started doing in the last 3 months has helped me tremendously. Like, it's crazy. I started using the app Every Dollar. It's so good. So basically, it's made by Dave Ramsey. I'm gonna say Gordon Ramsay. It's made by Dave Ramsey. A lot of people don't agree with him. A lot of people do. But basically, it's an app, and you could budget everything that you're gonna spend in the month, right? So if you know you're gonna spend $1,200 on rent, put that in there and then do what you actually spend. So I've been using that for the last 3 months, and my finances have never been so tight. I know exactly how much I'm gonna spend. Like, I used to just spend, just swipe, and not knew what's going on. Bro, please do it. Like, that's like, this one's very important. Figure out like how much money you need to survive, all right? Figure out how much your rent is, how much your car payments in. Put everything in each category that you need to spend money on, your food budget, and try to stay to it. Or at the very least, just track it. Just go in your bank statements and plan out everything. Bro, life changing. So, all right, let's get on with this. I don't want to get too much into this, but fuck, it's so good. Number two, this is kind of an umbrella, but self-care. So self-care is very, very important because, let's be honest, how you look matters. It sucks, I already know it, but I'm not saying you gotta be a fucking model or anything like that. Just at least look like you don't, just at least look like you bathe. That should be a bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of wild that people don't understand this concept sometimes, but people like attractive things. I'm not saying you gotta, like I said, I'm not saying you gotta be a model or anything. You just have to attract with this energy, because when you look good, you feel good. Let's be honest, all right? I got nose rings and earrings and shit. I'm not saying you gotta do all that, but get yourself a nice little haircut, nice little trim every week, or maybe every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 30, 40 bucks here and there for a decent barber, maybe a little bit higher if you want like more high-end barber, and try to get something that matches your shape face. I got a relatively roundish face. I've been losing weight, so it's not as round, but I kind of like it when it's shorter on the sides, a little longer at the top. It kind of elongates you more, right? Because like I said, I had a pretty round face. It's kind of getting a little better since I lost like 20 pounds, you feel me? But also try to like do a little skincare routine. I'm not saying you gotta go out here and get all these crazy ass potions I've seen, like rose water and shit like that. Just wash your face, scrub it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Get some dead skin off. Not too crazy. And then just moisturize. It's that simple. That's all you gotta do. Nothing crazy, I promise you. That's something I would look into for sure. And also, in the umbrella of self-care, work on your body as well, all right? I'm not saying you gotta be a bodybuilder, but you know, going for like a 30-minute walk every single day, that's very helpful. Try to get 8,000 to like 10,000 steps, very important. It's kind of hard, but like you can microdose that during the day. Another thing you can start doing is getting a kettlebell. If you don't feel like getting a gym membership and doing this whole thing, try getting a fucking kettlebell. That shit is so life-changing. You get one nice kettlebell for like 30 bucks at Walmart for like a 30-pound. I think it's like, usually when you buy a weight, it's like $1 per pound. I got this nice little kettlebell right behind me, and I try to microdose like exercising every day. You don't have to sit there and do a full workout if you don't want to. Just go past it, you know, get a little kettlebell swings in, do some quick push-ups, and then do some like an hour later, all right? That's very helpful. But you get really dope ass workout with just kettlebells, I promise you. I'm a huge advocate for them. You do some kettlebell swings, do some squats, do some deadlifts with it, do some clean and presses. That's very helpful. Just move your body, all right? Because it's kind of easy to be stagnant. I'm sitting down right now. I kind of hate it. And guess what? I'm going to work. I'm gonna sit down all day as well. So that's something that's something I would definitely look into for sure. So yeah, self-care. Stop looking like a hobo. You know, get some decent clothes. Try to upgrade your clothes. You know, spend like $5, $10 more dollars than you usually would. You could thrift some clothes pretty well. Get one of your girlfriends to go shopping with you, and they'll tell you what look good on you. I promise. That's kind of never failed me because a lot of girls know what they like visually. I mean, even if you're not trying to appeal to them, what they like, they know how to make things fit for your body type and shit like that. So if you don't know what you're doing, I would do that, or talk to people that you feel like dresses nice and presents themselves well too. You know. All right, so number 3. This is no order of importance, but this one should be number 1 to be honest. If that was the case, avoid negativity like the plague. If you're around me, you know I am not. Don't complain. I'm around me. I am solution orientated. If you got a problem and I tell you a solution, you're like, I don't know. Get away from me, because you trying to vent. You know what I'm saying? Because venting does not get things fixed. All right. That's why you almost never see me vent. I'm like, all right, what's going on in my life? All right, that shit sucks. Let me fix this. Let me figure this shit out. And guess what? I fix it. Guess what? You're not gonna hear me talk about it again because I love solutions. All right. So if you're around me with negativity, like, oh, my day was bad, it's just because your coffee was cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, is your day really ruined? You feel me? It's not. Like, you being dramatic, all right? So I remember one time I had this one client come in. I'm a tattoo artist, right? I had this one client come in, start complaining about what they didn't like. It was, I said, hey, take that shit, get that shit the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit at all. If you come around me with this negative energy, you just make, like, I'm not gonna, you know, misery loves company. So if you feel sad about yourself, I'm not about to sit here and just fucking be in your little cocktail of sadness with you. That shit is exhausting. I'm not about to do it. So get away from me, all right? So one thing I did to mitigate that, I didn't just straight up say, you know, shut the fuck up, obviously. I just said, hey, I don't want to hear that. Don't bring that energy into here. But tell me 3 good things that happened to you this week, right? So when you say that, you plant the seed of changing your thoughts, right? So she's able to tell me 3 things that happened to her that was good. We start talking about that, we elaborate on that, and then we brought good energy back into it, all right? Because that shit not about to pour into me, all right? I got shit to do. So yeah, avoid negative people. I know it's hard because sometimes you might work with them. Sometimes you might have them, you know, as roommates or something like that. But try your absolute best to mitigate as much interaction with them because, you know, energy is transferable, obviously, right? That's Newton's law. You know, it's neither created nor destroyed. It's transferable. You feel me? So fuck that. His number 4 is to set a reverse alarm, or honestly have a nighttime routine. Keep it simple, all right? So I'm not saying, you know, do yoga or anything crazy like that. I mean, you could if you want to. Like, I mean, if it works for you, I'm not trying to shit on you, obviously. But for me personally, I just have an alarm on my phone that says, go to bed. And for the next 30 minutes, I try to wind myself down. I turn off TVs. You could change like the filter on your phone, like the blue light filter, to like make it look closer to the moon, I guess. Like psychologically, I'm not too sure the reason behind it. I'm pretty sure that's one of the things, like different colored lights can activate different hormones. So that's one thing I started doing, right? So once the alarm goes off, I'll take a nice little warm shower. I kind of like relax, lay down. Another thing that I'm gonna start doing, because I do it on my phone, and my phone's very distracting, which I don't want to be on my phone before I go to sleep, is that I have like a little notebook next to my bed to do a brain dump. Cause you know how you sit there, you think to yourself, like, what's the gestation period for a honey badger? And you think about the most random ass shit that you want to Google, and then you go down a rabbit hole, and now you're just not going to sleep for another 3-4 hours, right? I just write that down. So that way I'm not forgetting it, and I have something to look forward to in the morning, I guess. Even though it might not be that important, you might not care, but just having it out or saying what you need to get done tomorrow or all these random things that you need to like just get off your brain so you can actually have a peaceful sleep is very important. Write down whatever you need to do or whatever you need to help you relax, okay? So that's one thing I started doing as well. So yeah, basically having a nighttime routine. Number 5, work on your purpose, all right? I know you guys hear about purpose. My purpose is making YouTube videos. I want to be monetized by the end of the year. That's my whole goal. I want to get my 1,000 subscribers. I want to get my 4,000 watch hours. And I want to get my 10 million views in shorts, right? That's my goal. That's all I want to do. I love making YouTube. It's not hard for me to make content. I love doing it. I love making video for you guys. So it's not hard for me to like hunker down and make content. I work on it every single day for as long as I want because I just love doing it for you guys, right? So figure out what that is for you. If you like making music, go make music. If you like playing video games professionally, go do that professionally. If you want to create a Twitch, go do whatever you like to do. All right. If you like playing basketball, make basketball content. You can make content out of any fucking thing. I just had this conversation with one of my clients. He's a mechanic. He's like, I don't know what to talk about, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, even if you don't know what they're talking about, whatever knowledge you think you have more than you had when you were an amateur, right? So it's easy to look at somebody who's like in the top 10% of whatever niche you're in, right? There might be somebody who's a great, like Gordon Ramsay. He's a great content creator, right? Because he's up there, right? But there's people who know, you teach people how to become a beginner chef. Some people want to know how to get from 0 to 10, and you might be at 30. So you can teach those people how to get from 0 to 10. And somebody at 50 can teach you how to get from 30 to 50. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense, there's always ways to level up. So just because you think you might not be an expert, you know more than you in the past, right? So that's one way I like to look at it. I don't think I'm the best artist, but I have a lot to teach other people, if that makes any sense, okay? I think I'm pretty good artist, I ain't gonna lie. But I even told my client that I showed him the TikTok of the lady with 160,000 followers, and all she does is record herself checking things out. Like, boop, 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 boop. Like, there is content for fucking everything. Everything. I can start making like asthma. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you I'm so sorry about that. But you can do whatever you want, in my opinion, okay? So stop trying to like pin yourself down and not expand on these things, all right? You can make content out of anything, and then you can get paid for making content of what you already like doing. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I get really passionate about stuff like this. That's the end of the video. That's my 5 ways to becoming a beast. I love you guys. I want to see you guys prosper. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe if you guys found value in this content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.